Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make a buying decision. Now, all of the business details, which include the type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included in the sale can be found on the business listing. To view this information, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which is listed in the video thumbnail and the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And if after listening you want to take an even deeper dive into the business to perform your due diligence before potentially purchasing this business, you can unlock this listing to look through all of the business information, which includes the domain, the products, the P&L, and more. So can you tell us a little about your background in building and running online businesses?
I started selling on Amazon in the US in 2018 with my first brand, and I really learned a lot from that. And those learnings I applied to this brand, which started in 2021. And I really wanted to design a range of products that were lightweight, had no moving parts, electronics, or anything that created additional risk or complexities to really minimize returns and costings and just optimize that whole flow. The other thing that was really important to me with this brand was creating a buyer experience. I think at this stage of the game on Amazon, that's really important. That's what's going to drive the reviews. That's what's going to drive the customer engagement and keep them coming back. It's all about the brand and how that's applied.
So why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
You can probably hear by my accent that I am Australian. I'm not based in the US, and I operate via an Australian business entity, and that's caused some challenges. I have some other marketplaces that I think the brand would absolutely thrive in, but I haven't been able to expand there because of that. I've also got a number of wholesale inquiries constantly coming through, but because I'm not based in the US, I don't have a presence there. The logistics of that have been a little bit too overwhelming for me to contemplate. And I hate admitting this, but I'm just simply spread too thin. I have another Amazon brand that I'm working on. It's in startup phase, so it's sucking a lot of time and cash. I have a small family, and I have a family business, a bricks and mortar business as well that I'm involved in. So my time is spread so far and so thin every day. I feel like this particular brand that takes very little time and energy isn't getting the effort that it needs from me to grow. So I feel like it's the best time to sell out, because those funds would really help other areas of my life, obviously. But it's also the perfect time for somebody else to step in and jump on those opportunities that are there.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
The business really runs on autopilot. I don't have any employees or VAs. The way I operate is every Wednesday, I will go in and check my metrics. I'll check my PPC efforts and my stock levels. And from there, I'll create a course of action, which usually involves maybe adjusting some PPC bids or doing a stock reorder, but that's the limit of my day-to-day weekly actions. Once a month, I'll jump in and I'll create a schedule of social media posts and Amazon posts. That's on a monthly basis. That usually takes half a day once a month. Other than that, it's just responding to any buyer, customer comments, ad hoc that come up, but there really aren't many. The business, I've really put a lot of effort in because I am time poor to streamline and make sure that it operates as smoothly as possible without that constant human element required.
Now, if you were to keep the business, what are some ways you would try to grow it?
So there's so many things that could be done, especially if the right buyer was to take this over. If the buyer had the opportunity to take it to TikTok Shop, that would be my first point of call. There's been a couple of videos that have been made by customers that have gone viral. I think it's the perfect product range to place on TikTok because it's quite visual and engaging. I'd also take it to Walmart, and I would definitely start exploring the wholesaling inquiries that come through, getting the product into retail stores again, because it is visual and eye-catching. I think it would capture a lot of attention. And of course, creating additional products. Got a great relationship with the manufacturer, and they can basically create anything that you have drawing of. It's a very simple process. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity here and different ways to grow it.
And what are the biggest risks with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
It is an FBA business, so it's very much dependent on what Amazon decides to do, the rules that they have. The account's in perfect health. I've never had any violations of any kind. So presently there's no risk there, but you never know what Amazon might decide to do in the future. That's why I think it is a good opportunity to diversify and take the brand onto other platforms as well, which I currently can't do. And of course, being an Amazon business, you've always got competitors. That comes with territory. But I think creating a solid brand like this one with great buyer experience and feedback creates a little bit of a moat around that as well.
And how much support are you willing to offer a buyer who acquires this business?
So this brand is my baby. I've started it from scratch, and I definitely, more than anything, want to see it continue and thrive. So I'm not going anywhere and always open to helping, answering questions. Officially, it's a 30-day email and phone call support, but yeah, absolutely, for the right buyer, I'll always be on hand to help. I want to see it grow.
And regarding the sale of this business, just confirming you commit to a non-compete?
Definitely happy to sign and commit to a non-compete. I am an Amazon seller. That's my bread and butter. And I have another brand, but it's in a completely unrelated category, different manufacturers, different everything. And I'm very happy to disclose that to the buyer as well, just for peace of mind. And yeah, I would not have any intention whatsoever of competing with this brand. I want to see it grow and thrive.
And are you open to negotiating something like an earnout?
I'd prefer not to have an earnout payment structure. I am open to all offers and suggestions, but preferably where my life is at the moment, I'd prefer not to. I think too, because of the price point, that's something that would probably be more suitable to a bigger brand purchase. Yeah, that's something that I would be open to talking about, but it's not my preference.
Now, putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
I said it before, but I really believe that Amazon is all about creating a brand these days and a customer experience. And that's exactly what I've tried to do from the beginning with this brand. I've got very loyal followers. I've got people who really adore the brand. And the good thing about the niche is that you're really only limited by your imagination. The depth of the products that you could create for this brand are endless, and you've got an instant audience there to sell them to. It's also got great opportunity to expand onto other platforms, to get it retail ready. There's a huge opportunity there for very minimal time outlay. I mean, you can jump into it and from day one, it's profitable. You're not expending a huge amount of time to fund itself. I think it's a really solid business that somebody can expand dramatically.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which is listed in the video thumbnail and the description. And if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So thanks for joining us, and until next time.